is going to be my June favorite. Sorry, I'm a little bit discombobulated right now. I did just get home from work, so I just wanted to film my favorites for you guys. My mom is of course like already saying like we need to watch this movie and blah blah blah. But I was like, can you just give me like 40 minutes and then we can watch? So I did get home from work a little bit late today. Late today, excuse me. One of the girls like didn't show up, so I had to come in a bit earlier, and I got home a little bit later than I was expecting. I mean, I was still getting home at the same time I was supposed to for my original shift, and then my boss told me to come in an hour earlier, and I still had to stay till the time I was supposed to leave originally. So I wanted to film my favorites video before work, but then I had to come in an hour earlier, so I didn't have time to film it before work. So anyway, let's just jump right into it. So I do have two complexion products to talk about. I know I say this all the time, but I actually don't have too many favorites this month. I just want to tell you guys the stuff that I've been using constantly, and I definitely have been getting a ton of use out of like my newer products. I usually always show you guys what my newer products are that are my favorites, but again, these are really things that I've been using a ton. I really do like testing out my newer products really thoroughly for you. So that's why those end up always being my most used products for every month, because you guys know I'm always getting new stuff, even though I always say I'm not. So the first thing that I'm absolutely, utterly obsessed with is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac Tinted Glow Hydrator. And I have mine in the shade 10 Ultra Fair. I absolutely love this. I was about to say absolutely. I absolutely freaking love this product. It is just so beautiful on the skin. It's so hydrating, like it says. But I think that this is my favorite tinted moisturizer I've ever used. It just is so beautiful on the skin. I wore it yesterday because I was intending on filming my favorites yesterday, but then I just decided to go to my boyfriend's house, so I had more time with him to spend. Time with him. Why can't I speak? But this is beautiful. Love it so much. I've been using this constantly since I've gotten it. Basically, every time I don't work, I throw this on because I never want to wear anything else again when it comes to like really lightweight summer products. This is the one, and I love it so much. Like, I haven't really touched my other tinted moisturizers like the ColourPop, the Fenty Beauty, the Becca glowing skin tint. Like, this is my favorite right now, and I love it so much, and I use it so much. I think I've used it at least 10 to 12 times already. That's how much I love it, and I did just get it like a couple of weeks ago, and I love it so much. And then the second foundation I just wanted to give a shout out is the Beauty Blender Bounce Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation in the shade 1.00C. I love this on the skin. This really did not get enough credit because it's actually really beautiful on the skin. I really like how it's not exactly like full coverage, but it gives like such gorgeous coverage and it looks so beautiful on the skin. I really do love this. And I've been wearing it more like to work, and since we don't have to wear masks now, it's nice to see how a foundation wears now because you can't really tell with a mask on. And I can tell by the end of the day when I come home and I'm wearing this foundation. I really love how it looks on my skin. So I have really been liking this as well. So that is the second foundation. Now let's go into some eyeshadow palettes. I do have a few eyeshadow palettes to talk to you guys about. So the first one that I probably have used the most this month is the ColourPop and Barbie Malibu Barbie palette. This one I did get, I think, around like the middle of last month, but I have to say that I have been reaching for it this past month as well, and I love it. I did just use it yesterday, and I really do love this palette. I love this palette for spring, why do I say spring? Why do I always say spring? Can I speak? I love this palette for summertime. I just love, oh my God. There's so much crap on my lap right now. But I just love this color story. Like, it's such a fun color story for summer, and I absolutely love it. I love all these blues, these pinks, these oranges, this yellow, these beautiful shimmers. This is like one of ColourPop's best palettes that they've come out with this year. Some of them have been hella boring, but their collab palettes, especially like the bigger pan palettes. Like, I don't really go for those quads. Like the Animal Crossing or Hello Kitty, not really my jam. This, I was going to skip over. And then I looked at the palette and I saw videos on it and I was like, oh my God, I really don't have a color story like that. And I was looking through my collection and I was like, I really don't have a ColourPop palette like this. It really was very unique to their collection of palettes, because you guys know they come out with palettes left and right, but I really do think that this was one of their best palettes and I love it. I think it's gorgeous. And I just love this palette for summertime. I think it's the perfect palette for me for summer. So I really have been enjoying it. I always swatch the same 3 shadows, but they're all so beautiful. The blue is so gorgeous, and that turquoise is really, really pigmented. So we have Follow the Sun, Surfs Up, and Malibu Memories. So gorgeous. And, of course, I have to rave about Cali Girl again, which is the beautiful shimmer that I pop on my inner corners all the time. Now I'm getting eyeshadow all over my computer. Look at that. It is just freaking blinding. That's Cali Girl right there. Oh, my God. Look at that. It literally looks like wet highlighter, but it is so friggin' stunning. On the inner corners, I use it almost every single time I use this palette for that beautiful pop of shimmer on the inner corners, and I love it so much. It's so beautiful. So I love this palette, and I really have been using it a ton, and I absolutely love it for summertime. So that is the first eyeshadow palette. Then the next one is probably my other most worn palette this past month, and that is the Red Velvet Cupcake palette from Glamlite. I love this palette as well for this time of year. This was Glamlite's first release for this year. I can't believe it was 5 months since they had come out with a palette, and I was like, when is Glamlite going to come out with another palette? And then they surprised everyone with this palette, and I saw the color story, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get it. And then I was like, it's so freaking pretty, and I really tried to resist it, and I was like, this is gorgeous, so I ended up getting it anyway. So this is what it looks like. It has 6 shimmers and 6 mattes. The mattes in here are ridiculously pigmented, but they are super blendable, and the shimmers are stunning. I just wish that there wasn't so many purple shimmers in here. I kind of wish they would have done a little bit more red. A lot of people were saying that there wasn't enough red in here, and I could definitely agree. I would kind of, maybe take out this shade and put like a darker burgundy red in here, and then they could have taken out maybe like, I really love this shade. And I love this shade too, but just like some of the purples end up looking too similar, but they are freaking beautiful. And I love this formula. I think that this is my favorite formula that they've ever done, because this formula is like on another level. I guess they didn't come out with a palette for 5 months to really slay us with the formula, because they really did perfect their formula and it's amazing now. Not that it wasn't amazing already, but this formula is definitely on another level, and I love it so much. They're just so beautiful. So there are some of the swatches for you guys. So we have Red Velvet, Decadent, Cupcake Heaven, and Cream Cheese. I think I swatched literally the same ones in my countdown palettes for my countdown video for my palettes that I've tried in 2021. But I love those shades too. So I love this palette. I've been using it a ton. The only thing that I would say is that some of these shades do stain because they're red and pink. So red is very, very prone to staining the eye. So just be mindful of that if you're not a fan of that. But that would be the only complaint that I have. But every shade is beautiful in here. Not one shade is a dud. They are amazing. I love Glamlite. Can't have any more to say about them because their formula is amazing. So, okay, and then we have 2 more palettes. The first one is the Nabla Side by Side palette. You guys know I love this palette. It's really no surprise. I did share a first impressions of this palette and my most recent makeup haul, I decided to pick this palette up because this was on my wish list for a while. I've been wanting to try Nabla Cosmetics for a while because I've heard such great things about their eyeshadow formula. And I was wanting to try more things from the brand. And I have to say, I am not disappointed in their eyeshadow formula. This is beautiful. The mattes in here blend like a dream and the shimmers are gorgeous. This is going to be my go-to neutral palette now. I love it. I think it works beautifully. And I have nothing else to say. Honestly, they are just super buttery. The mattes are just gorgeous and the shimmers are blinding. And I think it's beautiful. The shimmers are like some of the softest shimmers I've ever used, and they're just gorgeous on the lids. That one is Ray of Light, this one is Paradiso, and this one is Halftime. Look at that. But the mattes in here are stunning, and they really do just glide on and blend out so easily, and I love them. So I just want to swatch a couple more of the mattes for you guys. So those are some more of the mattes. So this one is Beauty Mark, and that one is Body and Soul. They're just so pretty, and you can kind of tell that those are like really soft, beautiful swatches. Very, very buttery formula. I love this palette. Would recommend Nabla 1000%. I think they have such a user-friendly, beginner-friendly formula. It's not hard to use their shadows. They just make eyeshadow easy. And especially if you're starting out to want like a neutral palette, I think that this is perfect for anyone. For someone that's first starting out with makeup, or for someone who is just looking for an essential everyday palette who's been using makeup forever. I think this palette is amazing. I think that they really did make the ultimate neutral palette, because I feel like you really don't need any other neutral palette if you have this one. I think it's great. So, but of course I have a million neutral palettes, but that's just me, of course. And then the last palette I have to share with you guys, I'm just seeing what products I have here, and honestly there really isn't too many, is the Gourmand Girls and Batgirl Lecta Volume 2 Exquisite palette. Now, to be honest, I haven't used this one as much as the other three, but I did get to test it out thoroughly for you guys. I have used it enough. Sorry, it's backwards. I don't know why. This palette was sent to me by Debbie because I became a member of her channel, and she was sending out Gourmand Girls palettes to the members that became a member in the first month that she was doing the membership. So it comes with quite a bit of mattes and a couple of shimmer shades. So the shimmer shades are here. Really beautiful formula, very shimmery. The shimmer shades are very soft and beautiful on the lid, very, very buttery, and the mattes are beautiful, very pigmented, so easy to blend. And the owner's an absolute sweetheart. I absolutely love her. But these are beautiful, and I'm just going to swatch a couple of them for you guys. But these colorful mattes, look how pigmented those are. I mean, are you kidding me? They are a bit crumbly, but at the same time, like, she does all of this by herself. Like, she is a one woman show, and her palettes and quality are just amazing. So this one is Andromeda, this one is Blue Moon, and this one is Supernova. The shimmers, again, are super smooth, but the mattes are kind of harder to, you know, get as buttery, and that one is Milky Way. Look how beautiful. I need to whip this palette out and use it again. I really want to use it again. But the shimmers are just so buttery smooth. I understand why the mattes aren't as smooth. This one is in, I already said the names. Sorry, I thought I didn't say the names of those two. I get why the mattes aren't as smooth as the shimmers, because obviously, if you're not like a well-known company, it's very hard to press your own shadows. So I totally understand. But they perform so beautifully on the eyes that, like, and they're so pigmented that it's like, are you really going to worry about having a little bit of a crumbly swatch? Not really, because they're beautiful. So yeah, I really have been enjoying this palette as well. It's beautiful, and I hope I can create some more looks with it. I kind of want to do like a purple and blue look with these mattes. I've only really used the blue one. I haven't really used the purple one yet, but I could have used it today, but I decided to go with a different palette and use all the shades in the palette that I was using since it was basically a one-stop shop. I used the Club Nebula palette, and a full Get Ready With Me will be up on this look later this week. Whenever that may be, I'm not really sure. You'll definitely see this favorites video first. Okay, and then one concealer. I haven't tried any new concealers this past month, but the one that I've been going back to constantly this past month is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm. I probably mentioned this in the last favorites video, but honestly, I freaking love this concealer for summertime. I kind of want to use it up, so I'm going to use it as much as I can, but I love it so much. It's just so hydrating underneath the eyes. It's the hydrating concealer, obviously, but I just love it. I've been using this one a ton with every single foundation in my collection. It works with everything. It works with full coverage. It works with very light coverage days. That's why I've been using it constantly. So I love that concealer. And then just one mascara, because again, I've only tried one new mascara this month because I was trying quite a bit of mascaras the past month or two that I kind of wanted to slow down. And I never tried NYX mascaras before, so I really wanted to try one of them because they had this promo going on Ulta. I wanted to get one of NYX liquid lipsticks, like one of their new ones, but they were running a promo where if you spent $15, you got a free NYX bronzer and liquid blush. So I decided just to order their mascara on a whim with the liquid lipstick, and I freaking love it. So this is the NYX On The Rise Volume Lipscara. It's a really nice mascara for every single day. It gives you really nice separation and nice length. Not exactly that much volume, honestly, but it is really nice, and it separates the lashes really nicely. So I've been enjoying that one. And then the eye primer I wanted to talk about is the Marc Jacobs Undercover Perfecting Coconut Eye Primer. I've been using this one a ton this past month. It's just been my go-to eye primer, especially for non-work days, because usually for work I always use the Anastasia primer. I used that one today because it just really brings out the pigment of my eyeshadows. But this one is so good and very easy to use for every day. It blends out so easily on the eyes, and it's so smooth. That's why it's called smoothing primer. But it's just so quick and easy, and it blends out in like 2 seconds. So I really have been enjoying that one. I really like how it makes my eyeshadows look. Okay, and then as far as blushes go, the ones that I've been using the most this month, and I just can't get enough of them, are the Pat McGrath Labs Divine Rose blushes. I definitely have been using Nude Venus and Desert Orchid the most. These are just amazing everyday shades, and I just love them on the skin. I am actually rotating quite a bit of other blushes in my collection. I'm wearing my one of my Kaleidos blushes today. So this one is Nude Venus, and this one is, sorry, I had a brain fart for a second. It's really weird where they're listed on the back. They're listed like on the bottom, so like it's kind of hard to find where the name is sometimes. So this one is Desert Orchid. It's a really gorgeous, of course, everyday peach shade. You guys know I love these type of shades for everyday use. Just gorgeous. The swatch isn't really doing it justice, but it's a gorgeous color, and I just love it. So that is Nude Venus. Then we have Desert Orchid, sorry. I thought I put it on the other side. I'm not going to swatch all of them. I'm just going to show them to you guys. I just wanted to swatch these two. Desert Orchid is such a gorgeous, oh my god. These are just so beautiful. They have like this amazing blurring effect on the skin. So Desert Orchid is this one right here. They're so soft and they look so nice in person, but they are just beautiful on the face. I would definitely recommend probably picking up at least one of these and trying them for yourself, because they really are a gorgeous formula. And look at that embossing. So that is Desert Orchid. So gorgeous. Love it so much. But those were definitely my go-to blushes this past month. And then we have Divine Rose. which is this gorgeous pink shade. And this has been my go-to pink shade. Anytime I wear like a pink look, I've been using this one a lot. And it just goes with every single pink look, and I love it so much. Like, I don't really have to think about like my my pink blush that I want to wear. I just wear this one and I know it's going to work with everything. And then the last one is Flirtatious, and this one is a little bit of a lighter pink shade. This one's just like an everyday pink shade. I might as well swatch this one. This one is a lot lighter. So it's a really nice, very light nude pink shade for very fair skin tones like myself. And I really like that because it's not too light that it's like super chalky and doesn't show up. Like, it shows up beautifully. So those are the Pat McGrath blushes that I've been loving. And then one blush from Milani. I wanted to talk about the Milani Cream Blush in Milani Cream Cheek Kiss Blush in the shade Nude Kiss. Now, I was really trying to not pick up too many blushes again this month, but again, like I said, I picked up these 5. And this one is the Nude Kiss blush from Milani. It's beautiful on the skin. It goes over powder really, really nicely. And I just really love it. I think that this is a great cream blush formula from the drugstore. I think this is the only cream blush formula that I've tried from the drugstore, and a lot of people were raving about this formula. It's really long lasting. It goes over powder beautifully or without powder. You can wear it with just foundation and a little bit of color, and it's amazing. So I love that too. And then just one bronzer. Like I said, I did get the NYX matte bronzer free with my Ulta order, with the NYX, 2 NYX products that I got. And I've been loving this bronzer. This one's in the shade medium. I don't think this is a new bronzer from NYX because I think a lot of people talk about their matte bronzer, and I love it. I'm wearing it today, and I think that it's a really nice, like, mid-toned color, especially for my skin tone. I really, really like it, and it just performs so nicely. It's not like super pigmented, but I also like that it's not like too gray of an undertone, and it's not too orange. It's just like a neutral brown color, and I really, really love it. So I've been using that a ton. That's been like my go-to bronzer this past month. And then I do have just 3 highlighters. The first one, I absolutely fell in love with the first color that I got from Catrice, so I had to pick up their new color as well. They just came out with this one a couple weeks back. And this is the Catrice More Than Glow highlighter in the shade Beyond Golden Glow. You guys, these Catrice highlighters are so flipping amazing. Like, people have been sleeping on Catrice, but these are freaking amazing. If you're looking for a blinding highlighter, look no further. Look how freaking gorgeous that is. I think that these work for so many different skin tones because I think the two colors that they came out with are very universal, and I think that this will be gorgeous on any skin tone. So beautiful. And the other shade, I'm so glad they came out with another shade in this. I think I'm probably going to end up picking up like every shade they come out with because I love these so much. They're amazing. And they're only like $4 or $5. So gorgeous. And then the other highlight is the Milani 120 Champagne d'Oro Baked Highlighter. I've been wanting to try these newer baked highlighters from Milani for a while, so I finally decided to pick up one of them. And this one, I think Andrea Mattiliano raved about this color. It is gorgeous. You guys know how much I love Milani's highlighters anyway. They make fantastic highlighters. And this one is the shade. This one is, no, it's not that one. It's this one. Sorry. It's a little bit darker than the Catrice one, but it is stunning. It is so beautiful on the skin. I love Milani's baked products. They're always gorgeous. So love that as well. And then the last highlighter is the Barbie and ColourPop Beach Party Super Shock highlighter. This one is really pretty. I like this one. I don't think I mentioned it in my last favorites video because I wasn't like, oh my god, Caitlin. I wasn't like obsessed with it because it does kind of crumble a little bit, but it's really, really pretty. course, I have a style because all of these are gold. But I really did want this initially from the collection along with the lippy set, with the lipstick and the lip liner. But it's really beautiful. The only thing that I would say about this highlighter compared to like the older Super Shock highlighters from ColourPop, but it's a really pretty gold highlight and I really love it on the skin. It goes with like so many looks and I wear it all the time with the Malibu Barbie palette because I love both of them together. And the packaging is so freaking cute. Is that this one doesn't go over powder as well. And it doesn't pick up with a brush as well. You pretty much just have to use your fingers with this. It works like the older Super Shock highlighters do, where most of those Super Shock highlighters you just use your fingers with, and it's gorgeous. So I prefer to use it with my fingers as opposed to with a brush. And now all we have is lips left. Do you see how fast we got through this favorites video? Also, I just wanted to give a quick shout out. I know I just got this, but I think I love this foundation. This is the Soul Body Face and Body Makeup, and this one's in the shade Fair 2. I just wanted to say I've worn it 3 times, and I've worn, this is like pretty much like 6 hours of wear after work, and I love how it looks on my skin. It hasn't faded or anything. I just think it looks so light and pretty and makes my skin look so good. So I just wanted to give a quick shout out to that. It'll definitely be in my next favorites video. And then as far as lip products go, the one lippy that I've been wearing constantly since I got it, I mean, I've worn it like at least 4 or 5 times already. I am obsessed with this formula. Like I said, I did get a lip product from NYX, and this is the NYX Lingerie XXL Matte Liquid Lipstick. This is so freaking good, you guys. This formula is amazing. And this one is in the shade Turn On, and this is what it looks like. It's a gorgeous peachy nude, which you guys know I freaking love. And this formula lasts for hours, and it's so freaking comfortable on the lips, even through eating. And when you reapply it after you eat, it's still so comfortable on the lips. Like, sometimes even like some of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas, they can feel a bit drying after reapplying them again after a few hours throughout the day. This does not get dry at all. It's just so super pillowy on the lips, and I love it. It's amazing. I love this so much. It's such an amazing formula. If you're trying to look for like a comfortable matte liquid lipstick, this is so good. I love this so much. And then just wanted to mention my go-to liquid lipstick besides that one has been the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Sunnyside. I usually whip this out during the summer anyway because it becomes like my go-to nude liquid lipstick, and I really have been loving this one too. It's such a pretty like everyday nude shade, and this is like one of my only like ultra matte lips in my collection now. I've decluttered so many, but this is such a solid like everyday nude shade. And then the last just regular lippy lipstick is the Patrick Ta Oh She's Single lipstick. I think I mentioned this in my last favorites video, but this has just still been like one of my go-to lipsticks since I've gotten it. I love it so damn much. It's such a beautiful nude shade for every day. And yeah, that is it, you guys. I just flew through that favorites video, but like I said, I really didn't have too many favorites, and I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, I think we're good. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I mentioned this NARS lip cover in my last favorites video. I love that as well. So yeah, I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out my Instagram, CBW819. Go follow me there, and check out my Poshmark as well at the same handle, CBW819. Check out my Poshmark. See if you want to get anything for yourself at a good price. I love you guys. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what your favorites were this month. And yeah, bye.